What's going on, you guys? It is your girl, Miss J, with InStyle Atlanta and Juicy Pop. And today I am being joined by two very special guests. If you've been watching Raising Kanan on Stars, then you already know who they are. My first guest, she's an actress, she's a dancer, she's a graduate of Howard University. Ivy, you probably know her, or I'm sorry, Liv Symone. You probably know her as Aisha on the show. How are you doing today, Liv?
Had that Howard together. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, HU, you know.
Uh-huh.
And then you also know her castmate who also plays Crystal. Her name is Aliyah Turner. Aliyah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see both of you guys. All right, so let's get into this because we have a lot to cover. The Power franchise, we have seen it grow so much since they finished the first original series with Ghost. We've seen it turn into Power Book 2, where we're watching Tariq. We're also seeing Force with Tommy. And now you guys are on Raising Kanan. Tell me, how does it feel to be a part of this franchise and how did you become a part of it?
Go ahead, Leah. It feels surreal. Um, yeah, I mean, it feels like a dream come true, I guess you could say. Um, and what else can I say? I mean, it's been really fun to kind of just be welcomed into the cast, and everyone's been very sweet, and it's been nice.
What
Yeah.
about you?
Yeah, I mean, to be introduced on such an iconic show, you know, like she said, it's a dream come true. It's and it like it this one feels really, really special to me because so many of my friends and family are not watching it. Of course, they're watching it to support me, but they're watching it because they're invested in it. And it
Mhm.
feels good to be a part of something that people are genuinely invested in, people genuinely care about. You know what I mean? To feel like, wow, I'm contributing to something that all of these people around me already care about.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I'm just thankful, and it's been crazy in the best way.
And Liv, to your point, you actually transitioned from being on stage to now being on the screen. How has that transition been? Like, what did you do to prepare from going from being on stage doing live entertainment to now it being recorded? And sometimes you have to go through one scene multiple times to get the right cut.
Yeah, it's very different. I actually was in a show on Broadway and had to leave the show to do this. 100% worth it. But yeah, I mean, doing a Broadway show, that schedule is very rigorous,
Mhm.
and you feel it in your body at every waking moment. Your days off never feel like a day off. You know what I mean? So people always ask me like, okay, so do you prefer, what schedule do you prefer? And I'm like, hey, listen, I love theater, I love it, but I don't mind doing a 17-hour day if it means I get a weekend.
Yeah, I
Because
know that.
I had forgotten what a weekend was. I hadn't had one in years. You know what I mean? I'm doing 5 shows on a weekend, you
Wow.
know?
Yes,
So
yeah.
it was a smooth transition. It was nice. I didn't mind it at all.
Okay. All right, Aaliyah, let's get into Crystal. She's very relentless. She's very aggressive when it comes to wanting to be the lead. And what did you have to do to tap into that character? Because from what I've seen from you, you're very mild mannered. That's not really you at all. So how did you end up meshing Aaliyah and Crystal together?
Right. That's a great question. You know, I would say, so I grew up in dance. I grew up on stage, kind of doing dance competitions, competing for a long time. And a lot of our routines were like jazz, hip hop. So you gotta kind of put on for that, And I'm used to being the character that can be like a little scandalous, a little mischievous. So I can step into those roles even if I'm not that way. And that's what makes it so fun is to go back and forth. Um, but in this universe, it's funny because sometimes people can't differentiate you from your character. So I appreciate when people say that. I am not Crystal. I don't act like that, but it is fun to act like that as Crystal. She is relentless, but I do feel like we're the same in that way of like I know how to go for what I want, and I know how to act in a way that's like, I'm going to do anything I can to make it happen. Will I do what she does and set people up to be killed? No, but I get her mindset.
Okay, all right. Well, let me tell you, I've been enjoying watching you play her
Thank
because, like you said, you stand in no business when it comes to wanting and speaking out for what you want. And I feel like, especially with women, not always agreeing with the way she goes about things, but I think for women, especially, not even just in this field, but just in life in general, we have to make sure we take our stance on things and we make it known. This is what I want, and I'm gonna go what after I want. So I'm with you on that one. All
you.
right, when you read the script and you saw that Aisha and Juke somewhat were going to have somewhat of a romantic relationship, what were your first thoughts about that, and how did you prepare for that?
I mean, Aliyah knows me. Like at this point, I feel like I'm just kind of an open person. You know what I mean? I'm I'm almost, and I'm saying this with caution, but I'll try anything once kind of person with
Okay.
caution. You know what I mean? Um, but I also just feel my job as an actor is to tell stories about human beings. No matter what, no matter if I'm playing a murderer, whatever, it's that's somebody's story. You know what I mean? And it has to get told. So I I was actually thrilled to do it. I'm an open book, and there are people who I've seen it just on the internet since the season has come out who are like really excited and are glad that they're getting to see themselves represented in that way. Because what other shows are really showing young Black women in that way right now? And there may be some I'm not familiar with them, but so it's an honor to be able to kind of be the vessel for that story.
Yeah. Well, thank you for doing that because there are a lot of people out there that need their stories told or even give them some type of confidence or guidance to tell their stories and open up about that. Aliyah, we saw Crystal is now dating Kanan after Aisha dated Kanan. We need to see, do they end up working out the rest of this season?
Um, I think the real question, what is Crystal's intention? Who is she? What does she really want? Does she want Kanan? Does she want to screw Aisha? Who really knows? She gonna do what she gonna do, and I don't know. You gotta stay tuned for that. It's gonna be
Okay.
fun, I can tell you that.
Look, I've been watching, and speaking of which, last week we saw after you guys performed at the mall, Juke actually got picked up by the feds and was questioned. So I need to know for you guys, what does that mean for the future of Butter? Like, is her career ended? Does Crystal now get the lead? Like, how does this all work out?
I mean, Jukebox has announced as the lead, so like if Beyonce left Destiny's Child, do y'all want to see Kelly and Michelle just do a duo thing? And of course, we'd love to see them solo, but I don't know, it just wouldn't be the same,
Right.
DC3, it wouldn't be the same. So I think Juke has her things that she has to handle. So we're gonna just maybe press pause for a little bit. Who knows what could happen in the future? But for now, she has to take care of her mental. I think that's important.
Okay. And at the beginning of this season, when you guys first created Butter, we also kind of saw some underlying tension, a little bit of beef. We've seen some of that kind of smooth over a little bit as the progression of the group has happened with the different performances as well as the practices going on. Are we all gonna get along at one point? Are we gonna become sisters and just put it all to the side?
I wouldn't count on it.
We are not the cheetah girls, okay?
Count
We
on
like the extra drama, but few of us out here like myself, like, okay, we too old for this. It's a bigger picture at the end of the tunnel. We need to see everybody
There
get
is
the
a bigger picture. There is, and that's why we were able to come together, for this performance. And that's good. That's business. I'm just happy that the girls were able to make Nakia smile for once, because for
yeah.
me, that was the win over the entire thing. But it was all kind of rain on the parade when Juke got
Yeah.
taken.
Yeah.
We were all excited thinking y'all was gonna get picked up and signed to a record label, and then it was like, oh no, that's not what this is.
What happened too? I know it. Shoot, you see yourself there? What happened?
Yes, I was rooting for y'all. My fingers was crossed. I was like, yes, they about to get signed. They're going on tour. Everybody's on board. Okay. All right. Lastly, before we get out of here, what else can we expect from Aisha and Crystal on the rest of this season of Kanan?
You can expect Aisha to continue to be her loving and caring self, to be the support system that she is and has been, and vice versa with Jukebox. I don't want to say too much. So just, we only got a couple of days. So go ahead and just wait and you'll see real soon.
Okay.
For Crystal, you can expect the unexpected. So anything can happen. That girl is unpredictable.
Thank you, ladies. And really quickly, where can we follow you guys and keep up with everything that you guys have going on?
Oh yeah, at Liv Symone, Livsymone on Instagram.
And I'm at _Aliyah.
All righty. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate your time. I will be tuning in this Friday. If you have not been watching Raising Kanan, baby, you need to get in tune because the tea is spilling, it's hot, the drama is there, the suspense is there, everything that you need in a TV show, it is there. So please go ahead, tune in this Friday and every Friday on Stars. Thank you, ladies, so much, and I wish you nothing but continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.